Fernandinho praised Manchester City's animal instinct after the Blues took control of a thrilling Premier League title race. A week ago, City had just seen their quadruple dreams dashed with the cruelest of Champions League quarter-final defeats. Heartbroken players were left crestfallen on the Etihad pitch after Raheem Sterling's late goal had been overturned by VAR. But if the true test of a squad is how they respond to adversity, then Pep Guardiola's players have passed with flying colors. A week that could have derailed their title challenge as well has been successfully navigated. Saturday's 1-0 win over Tottenham backed up with the 2-0 derby success at Old Trafford on Wednesday night. City have cleared their two toughest hurdles to move within 3 wins of defending their title, and in doing so they've shown the spirit of champions and how much winning a second successive league crown means. Yes, sure, but not just on Wednesday, in general every game, said Fernandinho after the victory over United. Especially last Saturday after the defeat against Tottenham, the way we played from the first minute. We showed the desire in competing for every goal like animals. I think this is the spirit of a team that wants to be champions. The victory at Old Trafford, secured with goals from Bernardo, Silva and Leroy, Sane, made it 11 successive Premier League wins for City, and since Boxing Day they've taken 45 points from a possible 48 to reclaim top spot from Liverpool. It was the visit of Jurgen Klopp's side to the Etihad that could prove defining in this title race. Liverpool were 7 points clear at the time, but City claimed a vital win and, since then they've gradually reeled in the Merseysiders, who haven't dropped a point themselves since the first week of March. Now City can make sure of becoming the first time in a decade to defend the Premier League title if they beat Burnley, Leicester City and Brighton in their final 3 games. If you look back to January, they could have been 10 points clear after our game. We didn't want that, said Fernandinho. We reduced the gap to 4 points, and now we are 1 point up. That is the way the Premier League is going to be decided, and I hope we can do our job and win those 3 games and be champions again. United entered the derby on the back of a humiliating 4-0 defeat to Everton last weekend, but City knew they were to expect a very different performance from the hosts at Old Trafford, according to Fernandinho. We knew they were going to have a different attitude from the last game and they would be very aggressive, especially without the ball, the Brazilian said. The important thing we talked about before the game was we cannot concede any goals because we have the players up front who can score the goals for us. I am so happy for them and every City fan coming here and supporting us in the best way possible. Now we have 3 games to play, 3 finals, and we want to try to win those games. The next test for City is a trip to Turf Moor on Sunday. This was one of the 6 fixtures in which the Blues dropped points last season, and Fernandinho expects another tough examination from a side who claimed a point at Stamford Bridge on Monday. "They're always difficult," he said of Sean Dyche's side. "They have a specific way to play, and it is not easy to go to there." They drew with Chelsea last Monday. "It is always tough to go there. We have to recover as soon as possible and try to be fit and be ready." "It is going to be a very important, very difficult game for us.